Let's connect podcast. Hello, how are you?
Hello. I've been great. I've been introduced to infrasonics. I've been better.
Okay. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Okay, and yeah, I think we are here to talk about music and you
Yes.
know, music in the
It's
hill, music in general, I think.
yes.
And then
It's going to be
coincidentally,
yes, yes.
yes,
Yes,
uh,
yes, please tell.
your father used to be my teacher, which is so amazing.
Yes, I told him about you just a few weeks ago and he was like, "Oh, see, it's such a small world."
Correct, correct. I am sure he wouldn't remember me because I
He
was
will
in.
if he'll see your face, he will recognize you.
Correct, correct, correct. And I still um, have in my memory like so many things that he has taught me, especially the sorghum and stuff and all of that.
Mhm. The
It's like,
fundamentals
yeah, yeah, it's ingrained the basics.
always going to be there. Like
Yeah,
from where we start, that is so important. That is
correct.
always like imprinted in the
Yes, yes.
head.
How amazing it is, no? Like, here we are. Like, I think maybe destiny or I think.
Exactly. It's sort of like the whole purpose of let's connect, because
Uh-huh.
we just got connected. I didn't even know, like, there were you people like around me and everything. And then I got introduced to you guys and like it's like a different exposure. It's like a huger, like, I got a more variety of people who are like into music, and that is so
Uh,
nice.
uh, and you're more connected, I think, now, right?
Of course. I
Uh-huh.
mean, so if I have to say, like, I just got a call. I was like, I'll just try to make it, like a conversation because we don't
Yes,
want to,
yes, yes.
So I was just like, I was at this place in life, where it was getting so monotonous, so spontaneous. Nothing was going like according to my plans, and like music is something that made me happy, right? But that
Mm-hmm.
also I was not able to do because my like original like proper profession that I have. So I get a
Mm-hmm.
call one day, and then that random call, and he's like, one person that I know, he's like, Baini, do you want to teach music? Do you want to teach singing? I was like, yes, of course, why not? Tell me,
So
what do
was
I have
that
to do?
our Biswajit or others?
Others, yes, he was the
Okay.
one.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh my God, without even like thinking once, twice, I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm ready to teach because
Okay.
I know deep within that whatever whatever it is that is connected to music is going to
Mhm.
keep me like, there. If it's
Yeah.
even if it's recording in a studio, even if it's
Uh-huh.
singing in front of like a group of people or it's doing gigs, or even if it's like, teaching uh, songs to other people. And
Mm-hmm.
so far I feel like this has topped off. Teaching has topped off
Oh, okay.
more than performing and
Uh-huh.
recording.
Uh-huh.
Recording has too much pressure.
I know, like the recording part, right? You have to be careful about the minute of the most minute details, I think.
Exactly. My father, he's like, so I'm in a studio right now. I'm in my brother's studio
Oh,
right now.
okay, okay, okay.
So
Uh-huh.
the other room, okay, there's the
Uh-huh.
glass. So the whole concept, the
Okay.
whole idea of a recording studio.
Okay.
My once my father has a mic, and once
Mm-hmm.
I'm there in the other room,
Mm-hmm.
the whole world has to be prepared. That is gonna go for a long time. So he's like, no, this note, no, do it again,
Oh,
do it again,
yes.
do it again, like nth times.
I can
So
feel you.
yeah.
Yeah, I can feel the pain because me being a guitarist and all of that,
Mhm.
recording and all of that, with the timing and
Everything.
yes,
The
yes,
metronome. Oh my God.
correct. Yes, and it scares you, right? The metronome scares you, I think sometimes.
It does. It does. I mean, like like talking about being scared.
Uh-huh.
See, I'm loving this because all I have to do is talk, and I love talking, so I'll have a lot of stories in mind.
Okay.
So, talking about being scared, so I don't know, recording studios used to give me that kind of scare because I'm a little
Scary
tryphobic.
waves. Uh-huh.
The holes, like the whole room has holes. Okay, then later I
Okay.
understood, like
Uh-huh.
sound actually.
Uh-huh.
So I was just like maybe 6, 7 years old. My
Okay.
first recording
Uh-huh.
like
Uh-huh.
session studio.
Uh-huh.
I, that room, I had to go there alone because now only my vocals are going out there, right? So I had to go to
Okay.
that room alone. There are holes all over me, and I'm
Mhm.
like out there. I cried. I
You were scared.
cried. I was so
Okay.
scared. I had to bring my mother. She
Uh-huh.
held my hand, and that is
Okay.
how I recorded my first song in a studio.
Which song was it? Like, if I.
So
Okay.
it's a very very old, not very old, but then it's an old song.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, like it's like a political scenario के लिए वो जो एक one song
In the hills.
my father like just I
Oh,
guess
okay.
he composed or something like that, and it goes like आशा को दीप जलाएगा धोखा ना was very very
Oh, okay, okay. And
so
your father
that's
also has such a wonderful texture,
yes, I mean
lovely voice he has.
he does.
And talking about,
No denying.
yeah, he does. And one thing about musician is like when you're alone and when you're singing or playing alone, you are super. But when you go out there in the audience or when you go to the recording room, you end up messing up so much, right? I think
Exactly,
that has happened with
exactly.
you as well.
A lot of times, a lot of times. My biggest complaint is that I work with Sumiran right now. He's a
Ah,
very good
Sumiran
music
Rana.
producer right
Yeah,
now. Yes.
yeah,
So
yeah.
he's sharpened himself up properly.
Okay.
You know,
Yes,
there are
yes.
people out of the hills who have gone to Bombay and who have worked with other people who ask
Mhm.
for his opinion. So it's a very big
Yes,
thing for him.
yes, yes.
So like I've been working with him, and the only like, complaint he no, so the funniest part is with me, Sumiran, and everyone, these guys, Saila,
Uh-huh.
me, Daisy.
Okay.
So we started from scratch. You know, we used to record in these kind of earphones from the
Oh,
in the beginning. I'm sure you guys have had like worse than us also because you guys are
yeah,
like from the
yeah, from the early
like
era, I think.
there used to be this gamla. We used to
Okay.
put like full mud in it and then put the
Oh,
mic stand
uh-huh.
and then put the mic. Later, this was a
Okay,
phase two,
okay.
and then we used to put phase three was all uh, anda ko carrot and all of that out here all
What?
over it.
Okay, okay. It works
Those are all the phases.
magic. The egg crates, especially for
Egg
soundproofing and all of
crates,
that.
yes,
It would
yes,
be.
yes, yes, yes. That, all of those. It's been a
Uh,
hell of a ride. And Sumiran always used to have that complaint that me as a singer, I don't feel it.
mhm.
Now, taking the note is a
Uh-huh.
technical thing. We'll
Uh-huh.
understand. With
Yes.
practice, we'll be able to do it. Now, how do I get the feel?
Uh,
That is so difficult. Now,
uh,
even for like vocalists is much more easier, but it's more difficult for you guys, for guitarists and for pianists. Like
yes, and I think vocals, it's very difficult because your voice also gets strained and exhausted and all of that.
exactly, exactly.
Uh-huh.
It is pretty difficult, but in the end, it's all about how much we are enjoying doing the things that we love.
Yes, yes. And I think music is one of those creative art form which helps in mental well-being or any kind of situation,
Exactly.
right?
I though will say it like properly that it's my solitude.
Okay, okay, okay. And okay, to begin with, of course, you were born in a musical family and all of that. I think that naturally led you into music, I believe, right?
Yes,
But if I
yes,
have to ask you, like, how did music happen? Again, I'm asking the same question.
yes. Oh, I would love to say it. I would
So,
like more than any amount of times I can share this story. So, like I'm like in my mother's womb and everything, and
Uh-huh.
it's music all around. Like I wake up to music, I sleep to music, and this is not a statement. This is a reality. I'm actually saying it. You know, right now, sometimes a piano student wakes me up, or sometimes a violinist wakes me up. Like music classes going on. Like that's my alarm.
Okay.
So
Uh-huh.
I'm 3 years old. I'm a kid.
Okay.
I I learn singing, like, I look at my father, he's
Mm-hmm.
taking piano classes and vocal classes and all of these classes. It's his profession. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm mesmerized. I'm like, oh. And then aunties and uncles are like, even you can sing, I think. Okay. I'm like, yeah, I
Okay.
think I can because my father is a musician. That is like literally how I started,
Okay.
singing and everything. And then these all these praises, oh, you sing so well, you sing so well, you sing so well. Every time I used to hear that, and that is how it became my right hand. it
Okay.
became my it became my weapon.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And then eventually, as I grew older, because when I was a kid it was just singing for me, but as I
Okay.
grew older, I realized that it's not my weapon, it's my
Mm-hmm.
safe space.
So
I
beautiful.
cannot get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And I started like writing it down. I started like being vocal about it. Then I started making
Uh-huh.
my own originals and
Uh-huh.
everything. Then I started to appreciate myself more than I
Okay.
used to before.
Mm-hmm.
Then I understood that it's not because of my father being a musician. It's not because of those society aunties telling me that you, being the daughter of Mr. Yogendra Patani, you can sing. No, it was just me, and how much I used to enjoy listening to myself.
Uh, this is so amazing.
So that's it. That's all about it.
uh, so I just want to ask you, something interesting popped up in my head. So
Yes.
what do you actually write about, and how does it align with you, and how does it make you feel? And
Yes. Okay. So this is very interesting, and it's yeah. So I started writing with a friend of mine. Okay. So
okay.
we started writing together, and
Hmm.
eventually we started dating.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay. So the idea of singing originals and making songs, and I started from there, and then we
Uh-huh.
started writing songs together, and then it just it just initiated just being love songs, because we were
Hmm.
dating.
Hmm.
And now that I started making love songs, it's just love songs. I mean, it's just beautiful, beautiful, and I'm not so beautiful, but then it's just, you
You
know
are.
yeah, it's like just I'm in love and everything, or like it's just about love.
uh,
I mean, I want to write about, things about the world and everything, but it just it's just a little personal for me
uh-huh.
at this
Uh-huh.
point. Maybe 5 years from now, I'll be able to write about what's going on in the world, what's going on
Mhm.
with people and everything. But for now, it's like just how I feel about,
Mhm.
like, I've not just written love songs, I've written, like, songs about oneself also. So yeah,
Oh,
that's all. It's very personal for me right now.
mm. I don't know, for some reason when I wrote songs, it naturally, for me, uh, I would naturally jot down about heartbreaks and stuff.
Yes.
But
Tell me about
yeah,
it.
too many heartbreaks.
Way too many. It's like it affects your, like, what you're trying to, what you're thinking. It just
Uh-huh.
gets
Correct.
down
It
on that
subconsciously just
subconsciously.
yeah, you
Even
do
no
that.
matter how hard I try, I
Uh-huh.
used to just get so annoyed. Why am I writing this? I used to just scrape the paper up and throw it again, do
Okay.
the same thing again and again. But I'm still writing about how sad I'm feeling.
So,
That's like, thinking about it now, it's a funny story to tell.
but amazing. Come on. Like for me also, music has always been a blessing, I think. It's literally a blessing in my life,
It's a
which
huge
will never
blessing.
go away.
And personally, talking about you, I appreciate your guts a lot, because that's something I was not able to do, just pursue music as a whole. just to
Uh,
go out there, and
uh,
that takes a lot of courage. You know,
yes, it
normal
does.
people do it.
Correct. For normal people, like you go to a 9 to 5 job, you earn a salary, this and that. But uh, I was very naive back then, let's say. But now, when I look back, uh, I think I've become a little wiser. I feel I was a little brave and courageous enough to, take offbeat roads and, pursue, like, not slowly.
Let's cut off
Uh,
that little from there. You were brave enough to do it.
uh, I've always been a person who did not do mainstream things, I think, very odd things, but personally very satisfying.
Hmm. That
Yeah,
is great. And
that's been my.
your skills, like, my brother always keeps saying blues is the mother of music, and people who can play blues
Uh,
are the mothers of music.
we are also the
And
most heartbroken, I think. Blues, it originated
that's
from the the African slavery and all of that in the
it,
cotton farm. That is, it
yes,
it
yes.
came out of what do you say?
It
Not
does have
able
a
to.
lot of emotions.
Yeah, came from
It
a lot of
does.
pain, I think. So,
Of course, it does carry a lot of emotions, and maybe that is why people say that it's not easy to date a musician. It's not
uh,
easy to, like, be a musician's partner. That's like way too many things for the other person to understand.
correct, correct. Yes, yes. Nice. We dived pretty deep.
How like we related things from here to one point to another.
Yes.
So, like, yeah, that is why me personally I appreciate people. Well, it's not like I disregard other genres or anything, but then
Uh-huh.
people who are into hardcore blues and jazz and
Mm,
everything,
mm,
I respect them. I mean,
mm.
I feel like, okay, these are the people I should just
Correct.
just do like this and listen to, just listen to
And
carefully.
uh, one more thing just popped up. Uh, so I think the world has moved pretty way ahead. Now you can choose music as a full-time career also, right?
Yes,
And people can make a good living out of it.
yes,
It's not just 9 to 5 job or like, be a corporate IT guy or
of course, of
working
course.
in some diplomatic firms and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So there are so many ways to make a living. Let's say advertisement, voiceovers, recordings, teaching, performing, and all of that. You can.
So many,
Yes,
like
yes,
it's
yes,
branched out.
yes.
But having said that, people have to be resourceful. I mean,
Correct.
we are just artists, and to be
Mm,
out there, shining out there,
mhm.
our art is not the only thing that will keep us surviving out there.
Correct,
And
correct. Yeah.
that is why, talking about that, this was a very
Mhm.
important, like, main topic that we were going to talk about.
Mhm.
People from the hills, us.
Yes, I wanted to talk about that people from the Northeast, particularly Darjeeling, Kalimpong,
Yes,
Sikkim, and all of that. I
yes,
think so many talented musicians. I would
way too
let you
many.
speak on this so
A
you can go ahead
lot.
and, yes, talk about music in the hills.
Yes. So, like, yeah, I just had, like, a PhD candidate. He came over, and he, like, he wanted to ask a few things about um, music scene in the hills. He's doing PhD in music, so he asked me a
Okay.
lot of things about this. And their research also consisted a lot about the scene here in the hills, and how, like, we are not able to push ourselves out there because
Mhm.
there's a lot of talent out here, more
I
than
know.
the place.
I
So
was amazed myself because I was uh, down in the South for many, many years. I knew musicians before, but when I came back and when I started knowing people and then, getting acquainted with musicians and friends, oh my God, the talent out there in the hills. It's insane.
it's like,
Yeah.
I will say, I will give this to people from the plains. These guys are very talented as well. They are
Mhm,
like
mhm.
super. They will they will learn this particular lead from a song. Let's say
Yeah.
like just one random song. Okay, like
Okay.
Sweet Child of Mine. They will learn the
Okay.
lead like for
Mhm,
2 weeks continuously. They will be able to get it technicality
mhm.
full thing.
Okay.
But I feel personally feel like the people from the hills are not just talented but more creative as well.
Yes, very creative, and it has to do with the geographical thing also, because the whole geologic construction of our hills, it's
Yes.
a very sensitive area. You have, many slopes or
Yes,
uphill.
yes, yes,
That is how
yes.
our character is also built, I think.
Yes, yes, exactly. My brain doesn't work in Kolkata. My goodness,
Mhm.
it does not
Okay.
work.
Okay.
Just forget about making a new song. I can't even sing up, like, just sit, keep my guitar and just sing, you know?
Okay.
Like, having said that, like the scene in the hills is what I was talking about, right? Like our art is not enough. I've felt this like so much, so personally, all of us,
Okay.
me and my
Okay.
friends, you know,
Uh-huh.
we were just in class 10, 11, and I am proud to say that we guys have done more than, like, you know, our age has like had given us, you know, the
Mhm, mhm,
opportunities. We were like proper opportunists.
mhm,
We have done shows, we've done
mhm,
like, you know, gigs at that
mhm,
age, right?
mhm.
And we did
Oh,
it
wow.
good also, like
Mhm,
properly. But then,
mhm,
you know, some things are not just enough. It does not just end to how much of a good performance you give, how much
mhm.
wholeheartedly you're doing it. Like there's so many other things, and the most important thing is marketing,
Correct. Marketing is also very
which
important.
us people from the hills have no idea about. We have
Yeah,
zero
I
clue
agree
about it.
upon that. Yes, I agree
I
upon
have
that.
zero clue about. We walk not just zero,
Mhm.
we go walk on the like minus side of the integers.
Yes, we do.
It's that bad. It's super bad.
Uh-huh.
So this is one of the major issues that we have, uh,
Yes,
like, you know, as musicians from the hills.
yes. But
Otherwise,
I think the Gen Z population, I think you also belong to the Gen Z thing.
of course.
You guys are way too smarter than us. For example, let's say Saila, he's doing a great job. He's marketing
Yes,
himself so beautifully, I think. He's making a name for himself. I spoke to
yes,
him the other day. He was in Goa for that event.
yes, yes.
And I think he was the highlight of the whole event that was happening. And I was so proud of him. I was so proud that he represented Kalimpong and Hills so beautifully.
Of course. He's like
Yeah.
very dedicated, you know,
Yeah.
especially right now. Maybe he feels like this is what I have to do, and that kind of pressure also. But then
Uh-huh.
he's super dedicated. Like I
I have seen him. And when you meet him personally, also, he has a different vibe. It's a beautiful vibe, I think.
he's like we've known each other from a very long time, you know, like the time when Martin like didn't even know, like he just used to play guitar and all those things. He didn't even start
Okay.
rapping at that time.
Uh-huh.
So to see him from that day till today, it's
Hmm.
like a lot of achievement for us,
Uh-huh.
right? And we are very
Wow.
proud of him and everything. But then, you
Correct.
know, for other people, for people who are not belonging to the hills, sky is the
Uh,
limit for them. But for us, we are just like, oh, you just froze, or is it mine?
hello.
Yes, you just
Hi,
froze.
Rageeshree. You can hear me. You can see me.
Yes,
Yeah, something
yes,
happened.
yeah, it's okay. You just froze, eh? It's not my
Sorry.
network, no?
No, no, not your network, I think, from my end. Uh, and now I think, for example, the young Gen Z kids are much more brave. They are taking many off stream. For example, people like Saila or Sumiran. Sumiran, he studied in TSM, I believe, right? True School of Music. And
Yes, in
He
Pune.
did it. Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah. And
he
yeah,
complete diploma.
it's pretty nice to see people, young kids, going out there pursuing music as their full-time career and
Yes, yes.
following what they actually uh, uh, following their passion, I think. Yeah,
Passion,
to put it
yes.
into correct words. Yes, yes. And I think one should do always do that. One should always follow your passion. I know there are struggles, ups and downs, and things like that, but yeah, it will keep you sane, I think, at the end of the day.
Yes, yes. You should, like, if you have, like, my father was like, go do music.
Oh, your father must have been way too courageous than us then.
No, no,
From
no,
that
no.
day.
No, no. He was like, no, that was the last resort for him.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
I was like, I stayed 2 years just like that, not doing anything. I mean, I was doing my coachings and everything,
Uh-huh,
but in the end, he was so fed up. He was like, go do music. But then I knew at a certain point, I would be scared and I will not be able to give it my 100%
uh-huh,
because it's going to be like, I see, this is my personal thing. I cannot function that way. Like,
uh-huh.
I work, I do not work good under pressure. Yeah, that. So it's
I
okay. It's
think
like my safe
that,
space.
yeah, so all
It's like my
artists, not
first wife
work,
back home.
yes, all artists, they have this tendency, they have this character in them. When they're pressurized, you mess up, I think.
I am so bad at it. I have been
Yes.
asked to like write a few lines for a
Uh-huh.
new song, Nepali song. Okay, I
Okay.
tried making it once. That was my all because
Uh-huh.
I could not like write something. I could not relate to it. So I wrote something. Now I'm being pressurized to write it again and again and again. I can't now. I don't
Okay.
want to. It's like that.
Uh,
So yes, that's about it.
okay. And oh, you have a beautiful voice, beautiful, beautiful voice.
Thank you so much.
When we did a test run just before starting the podcast, I was listening to your voice nicely and then listening to what you're playing, and oh, it felt great. And we would want you to
Sing
perform
that.
if you can. Yeah,
Of
yeah,
course.
anything that you
I hope my students are
yes.
watching it.
Students, friends, and parents, and everyone. Yeah, I
Yes,
hope
of
they are.
course. Okay, so I'll sing the same song that I sang for the test run. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Please, anything.
so Adele has been a really huge inspiration in my life, and I
Okay.
feel like for a lot of people, it's common.
Mm-hmm.
So the song is called "Make You Feel My Love," and yeah, I just
Okay.
simply love it. So yeah, here it goes.
Okay.
When the rain is blowing in your face, and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and stars appear, and there's no one there to dry your tears, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't might not be it, but I will never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong. I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue, and I go crawling down the avenue. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love, to make you feel my love.
That was amazing. I
I
couldn't
hope,
believe
like,
from
I
one
hope it
side.
wasn't too slow.
No, 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 it was good. It was beautiful. Your vibrato is amazing. Come on. It's nice.
Eastern classical, all of it.
And the texture also.
Thank you.
It's yes. Maybe we would want an encore since you performed
Maybe
so
a little
well.
faster one, no, this time.
Yeah.
Uh,
Any song.
I found myself dreaming of silver and gold, like a scene from the movie that every broken heart knows. You walk in the moonlight and you pull me close. Split seconds and you disappear, and then I was all alone. I woke up in tears with you by my side, breath of relief, and I realized we're not promised tomorrow. So I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you. I'm gonna hold you like I'm saying goodbye. Wherever we're standing, I won't take you for granted. We'll never know it when we're running out of time. So I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you. I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you. In the blink of an eye, just a whisper of smoke, you could lose everything. The truth is you never know. So I kiss you long, baby. Any chance that I get, I'll make the most of the minutes of love with no regret. Yes, let's take our time to see what we want, feel what we got. But now it's all good. Now we promise tomorrow. I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you. I'm gonna hold you like I'm saying goodbye. Wherever we're standing, I won't take you for granted. We'll never know it when we're running out of time. So I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you. I'm gonna love you gonna lose you.
That was
Thank you very much. Thank
phenomenal. I wish there was a golden buzzer. Just pop up and then things will come there.
you.
It
Thank
was
you so much.
amazing. Wow.
Couldn't hear myself with the earphones, but I hope there was no mistakes.
It was amazing. It was phenomenal.
I'm a little ashamed because I'm not like a proper guitarist, so I'm sorry for that.
Come on, you did an amazing job.
uh,
And the best part was you were just yourself, and then wow, like you
yeah,
were
like
doing
can
you
always
were
get the
doing
complaint,
great.
don't close your eyes when you sing and everything. But when I close my eyes, just go to a different world, no?
Correct, correct. You were just being yourself truly, and then singing your hearts out. That was the most beautiful thing, I think. The
Thank you so
presentation and
much.
everything put together.
Thank you so much.
Yes. And wow, I hope the audience enjoyed it,
I
right?
hope so.
I'm sure, sure they did. I'm sure they did. We had a fun conversation.
Yes, yeah,
We
we
covered
did though.
quite a
Even
few
if
things.
like
Yes.
not the excluding the audience, I like had like a really wonderful conversation.
And you like talking,
Really.
right?
I love talking. I can talk all day, all night.
Okay. Alrighty. Then maybe we should wrap it up for today.
Yes. Thank you so much for
I
this
personally enjoyed it
wonderful.
myself so much.
I did too. I mean, you know the flow that we like get no when we are having a conversation, especially
Correct,
about the
correct.
topic that we are talking about. It's like
Yes,
wonderful. So many new
yes,
things that
yes,
come up.
yes. And I hope
And
our audience that was watching, they also got a little bit of insight into music and stuff. No, I'm
yes.
pretty sure they did.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
of course. I mean, whatever it is, music is the only thing that is keeping everybody calm
Yeah.
in
Imagine a
what.
world without music. It would be so boring,
Imagine a world without music. Yes,
right?
exactly. And who
Yes.
wouldn't want to be a
World
part of
without
it?
music and arts.
Exactly.
Correct,
So
correct.
who wouldn't want to learn
It would
something
just
that
be
is
yeah, it would just be cars honking and people screaming,
exact
and that would
exactly.
be a
It was
chaotic
just
world.
chaos, just chaos everywhere.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, I'm like
So
so
thank you
grateful.
so much.
Yes, I'm so
Yeah.
grateful to Infosonic
Uh-huh.
to like have given me this opportunity to speak, and grateful to you for
And
being such a good host,
thank you.
a great
Any
host.
day. Thank you. Any day. Thank you to you as well. Wow. We did have a good session, I think.
Yes, wonderful.
Yes. Having
We'll
said
do
that,
this again.
we will have to do this again.
Yes. So,
So
yes, let's wrap it up.
let's wrap it up and let's keep the music going. Let's keep
Yes.
it alive.
Always on, always playing, no pause.
Yes. See you then.
All right, then. Bye bye. Thank you so much.
Bye. Bye. Bye.